I think the expression when Malik Hooker was in Columbus was 2/3 of the world is covered by water and the other third is covered by Malik Hooker.
And that ball's intercepted, picked off by Malik Hooker.
He was one of those guys, when the ball's in the air, he owned it.
Malik Hooker is just see ball, get ball. There's nothing else about it.
His athleticism, his ball skills, and ability to track a football is as good as I've ever seen.
This kid, he's got a feel for the ball. He's always around the football. You can't teach that. You either have it or you don't. He's got it.
Ohio State's kind of taking over as this new DBU. I think Hooker was one of the guys that stood out the most of all of the first-round DBs that Urban Meyer had over this past decade.
He's a ball hawker. He's a guy that really could have been a wide receiver.
I remember covering Malik Hooker during the Bowling Green game, the first start of his career. And Luke Fickell walks in, looked at our crew, Kevin Kugler, myself, and Matt Millen, and he said, I just want to tell you guys to look out for this Malik Hooker guy. And we're thinking, really?
Jump ball deflected, and what an interception! Malik Hooker with a spectacular interception on the sideline.
That's a fantastic play.
Malik Hooker with his second interception of the day.
Boy, was Luke Fickell right.
I couldn't believe the plays he made. He had great feel for the free safety position.
You will not get away from Malik Hooker.
He is good. For people who don't know about Malik Hooker, this is as good a safety as I have seen in college football.
An absolute meteor rise was Malik Hooker.
So here's how talented Malik Hooker was. Ohio State not only recruited, but got a commitment from Hooker after he'd only played 9 high school football games ever.
Malik Hooker had one of the best years at Ohio State, and it was a year that almost didn't happen.
He came to Ohio State as a basketball. Basketball was his first love. I went and watched him score 35 points in a district playoff game.
Here's a guy who had to be convinced to take up the game again when he was a junior in high school, was all set to be a big-time basketball recruit, and then turns into a truly great football player.
Between his redshirt freshman year and redshirt sophomore year, a woman by the name of Angela Dennis might have been the Buckeye MVP. Angela Dennis was his mother.
He really wanted to play basketball. He tried to quit many times.
He came home every weekend and he didn't want to come back. So we would have to find him rides. My daughter would bring him home, but we told him he couldn't stay home. He had to come back.
This mom said, you shut up and go back to work, and it worked out for him. Thank God his mom won't let him quit.
Ultimately, I think all the Buckeyes fans are glad that he did.
It's an interception. It's Hooker to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
I can't remember how many pick sixes he's had, but it was nonstop.
He was going to get you the turnover exactly when you needed it.
Just a guy that would make huge plays. He made a huge play in the game against Michigan.
Intercepted. And another pick six for the Ohio State defense. Malik Hooker just walks in.
A defensive player, when you know that guy can bail you out when the ball's going deep, that's all you want.
For that year that he was leading the Ohio State secondary, he's as good as anyone has been in the Big Ten in recent memory.